I was surprised to see that you had a quite intensive career in Lufthansa Group, basically. You are born in Simbach am Inn. You will tell us then exactly where and how it is and how it was also to grow up there. Studied business administration in Ingolstadt, as well as earned an executive MBA from Kellogg School of Management. You've spent your career in Lufthansa Group, which I'm curious then also to see how you see Lufthansa internally, as well as finally 2022, January, you moved into Austrian Airlines, a subsidiary, also formerly state-owned entity here in Austria. So warm welcome. Probably I would be interested to see what are the most interesting stations of your career, and also how did you develop from Lufthansa, the headquarter, into now a subsidiary, taking care of this and the development of Austrian?
Yeah, let's do that.
Great. If you look at your history, I think airline business, we heard before and we discussed already, is not a female business as well. Was this a dream of yours always to be in the airline industry, or did it develop out of curiosity or other areas that you have thought about?
It was actually quite a coincidence. It was never planned. So from my family, there was no connection to aviation whatsoever. And as you said, I grew up in Simbach, which is directly at the border to Austria. So Braunau would be the other side of the border. So at that time, growing up in the 80s, 90s, there was no internet, right? Munich was the next bigger town, but it was already 120 kilometers away. And so when I did my A-levels, it was all about first finding out what is there out in life. So I didn't have any plan. And I was a bit hesitant, should I go into the business direction, or I could also imagine to do more of science. So I did my A-levels also in chemistry. That would have been the other path. But in the end, I decided for business because I thought, I have no clue with my 19 years then what could be out there. And I felt that would make me most flexible. And so during my studies, it was all about trying different types of jobs. So I tried small companies, large companies, different industries. And so the first time I was really caught by something, that was when I spent time at BMW. And at that time, BMW had just bought the brand Mini and launched it as a new car. And that was quite exciting. And at that time, it was about that I realized that I wanted to be with a cool brand. I also was more tempted to be in a B2C business. And but still, I was fascinated by technology, and bringing this together, this was what I liked at BMW. So I thought I wanted to go into automotive. But when I then finally finished my studies, there were no crisis. And so it was a total coincidence. I looked into other trainee programs because that is, again, how I wanted to start a career. And then Lufthansa showed up. And it was an amazing program. And so this was the reason why I joined. And I never left. Because from then on, it was always quite exciting and interesting. And it didn't take long for me to be really fascinated by aviation. It's a tough business, but it's also quite an exciting business. And here I am.
Raiffeisen Bank International. Make it happen.